Alright, I think we got a good enough view of that. A6LF2. Apparently somebody put an engine in this. There were no dowel pins lining up the transmission. Torque converter was stuck in. We had to pry it out. The bushing's going to be spun out of the pump. This came in for leaking out of the front. And that's what happens when you have no dowel pins. You can see the rust here inside this axle. I've already washed quite a bit of it out. I wanted to see if the splines were getting eat up, and so far they look okay. You want to put the moly grease inside there on both sides and put it on your axles. Keep it from rusting like that. So we got 10 millimeters here. 10 millimeter here. 13/16 on the, no, 7/8. 7/8 on the cooler lines. You can actually leave this one on there if you wanted to. Yeah, it's not wanting to let go, so we're just going to leave it there. One of the main differences I've seen between the MF units and the LF units is this pan. This pan is metal on the LF, and it's plastic on the MF. This little keeper keeps our wiring harness connector in position. We'll go ahead and knock that down. 10 millimeters on our pan. There's a little scraper to separate that. One of the biggest problems with these units is this wiring harness right here. Always replace it. Here's our temp sensor. These little ribbon cables are really delicate and they break all the time. 10 millimeters on the valve body. We've got our speed sensors here. 10 millimeters on all that also. Here's our whole setup. And sometimes they sell this to you in two different pieces. This piece right here unplugs. We got a rubber seal between the valve body and the center support. We got a little pin right here. And make sure and pull that out, because if you don't, it's going to disappear on you. There we go. And I keep that separate because it's not going to stay in the small parts basket. I'm just going to leave my linkage in there as long as it will stay in there. We got 12 millimeters on the back here and some over here. Millimeters on the front. Alright, I'm starting the back here. Pry our cover off. Alright, let it go. There we go. Got our bearing race back here. We look at our ring lands, make sure we're good back here. Our bearing. Go ahead and pull our drum off. We'll take that apart in a minute. Look at our sprag, we're turning counterclockwise, locking clockwise. Go ahead and mark that. Our opening for our snap ring is right there. And mark that side of our sprag, we know that goes that way. Our snap ring. And there's a little, let's see where it's at on here. I think it sits in this area over here. There's an anti-rattle clip somewhere on this thing. Where is it at? Maybe I'm thinking of a different tranny. I don't see it. Alright, planet, it's going to come out. We have a snap ring inside of here. This bearing goes on the back side here. And pinch this snap ring together. That's going to allow the brace to fall down and come up. There's our hook. Here's our snap ring. We got another snap ring in here. Let's go ahead and pull this off in the way. The ring gear looks okay. And be careful of these little washers on here. And these little oil dams. You don't want to screw them up. Three-piece bearing in the center. The slip is going to sit on top of the sun gear like so. Look okay. Set this washer. This washer will stay, so we're just going to leave it. Our sun gears. Bushing's okay. Now the three-piece bearing. Another plastic washer. And bearing and race in here. Another washer. And everything looks okay right there. Alright, opening of our snap ring is over here at the 1 o'clock. I just marked that. Clutches look okay. Our opening is over here at the 2 o'clock. There. Come on up there. Oh, come on. Why are you being like that? Got a little tip on the spring cage. I'm going to have to compress it just a little bit. Get that off of there. Might be easier. Tip this thing up on its front end. There we go. There's your flat snap ring. Your spring cage. and our piston. Alright, done on this side. Let's see. Yep, we got one more bolt. And it looks like we can hit right down here. Alright, the race looks good for both. Looks like this one's going to come right on out. Here is a shim. Probably a shim underneath this differential race right there also. Sure our spider gears are okay. Looks okay. $12 millimeters on our pump. Now on the back side and right here, we've got these little seals that go in the case. There's another one over here. We got three of them back here. We got 5 millimeters on the filter. Oh, something is tearing up my throat today. And it looks like 30 torques on the pump. Ring lands look okay. Not ring grooved. Yeah.
You need the 3-prong short?
Yep. That's why I said short on the paperwork.
Yeah, hey, he needs the short. You said the long. Is it? Yeah. No, no worries. Thanks, sir. Alright, I gotta come in.
Alright. Snap ring. Metal disc, turn spring, it's not broke. And our piston has a line-up tab right over here. There's our piston. Make sure our surface is okay in here. Looking good. Go ahead and mark the gears. Dot on the outer gear. It looks like the inner gear has more of a recess on one side. It goes towards the front. There is a dot. There's a dot there. See if there's a bevel on this. Yeah. It looks like there may be more of a bevel on one side. Our pump may be able to hold the bushing. It did not spin it all the way out, so it is moving, but I think we may be able to put a bushing in it. We'll try it first. If it don't work out, we're gonna have to buy a pump body and gears. Alright, 2-tab washer. Our hub. Bearing. Got a washer that goes on here on the back of the stator. 3-tab. Let's see. Hub looks okay. Alright, we got a cushion plate. Drum off to the side. Our snap ring is down here at the 7 o'clock. Plain old clutch stack up. I don't see no pressure plates. No cushion plates. Alright. Got a snap ring in here. Just gonna push it off. If I can. Turn spring. Our piston only line up one way. It's got 2 little feet go over here where the little feet hole is. Alright. 30 torques on our little plate here. Two bolts for it. Make Make sure we're not cracked. From what I understand, these are bad about breaking. See, I think these are 45 torques. Nope, it's 40s. Okay, we got one here. Okay, this plate will come out now. So we're going to mark these three. You know that they got to go back in first. I don't see no need to take that oil slinger out right there. I'll probably wash this by hand. There's no need to take this apart unless it's messed up. Let's see, we can get that out without taking out all of our park mechanisms, so there's no need to take all that out. Alright, let's take our drums apart. One-sided clutches. And go to the foot press and take this apart. And keep my snap ring with it. Alright, make sure we're not ring cut. Here's our piston, bevel plate, and our balance piston. Sure we're not ring cut back here. And go take this apart. Alrighty, our piston, our Return spring and balance piston. Looks like we got this one apart. Let me go right it up. Alright, we're going to do LS kit with pistons, a filter, pump bushing, both internal harnesses, maybe a pump body with gears. Code on my torque converter was a ZB. So we'll get this sold.